Steve, I mean, we're getting into the crude oil report here, but what John was asking is if that short trade on the Russell we saw gets filtered out like it did, and then you get to that 8 bars or 20, whatever your thing is set at, can you get in sync with the trade? Can you then take the entry? That's what he was asking. We can cover that again later. Let's stay focused here. You can see the reaction on crude oil. Big sell-off. Man, I'd love to get in a short trade with crude and watch it drop like $10. Wishful thinking. We always have that discussion. So look, let's see if crude's going to break through support. You can see the support on the reaction. Usually I put a line there. Looks like it's breaking through it a little bit. Yeah, almost. Trying to. So there's a possible short to get in sync with. Now there's a possible long at 61. Got 30 seconds. A lot could happen. It's kind of hard trying to manage between a short and a long at the same time. Makes it very tricky. But that short trade looking like now there's a new short trade. So there's a short, and that's triggering in at 47. And it's already, yeah, so 47 is the short trade now. And it did trigger in, and now there's a stop and reverse at 58. So the short is valid. It got triggered in. It's targeting 35. There's a stop and reverse, which may cancel in a moment, and it did. So cancel the stop and reverse. And trying to get to money management. Money management is at, where is that? There it is. So money management achieved, lock in your 1 tick. And target 2 achieved. Filled. And now trailing. You could borrow that trailer. 36 now. 33. And it's still there. It's done. So it worked out nice, didn't it? Little tricky, but you just had to stay with the sequence. It ended up being this one. Remember, the new trade cancels the prior one if it hasn't triggered in yet. And that one was like 9 seconds before our start time. And then it triggered in. A few seconds later, it became valid, so you get in sync with it. So it came up, you get filled. Then you got the tricky possible stop and reverse, which you adjust 2 ticks higher. Then that canceled. You have to know how to cancel, right? And then it just stayed short and went through all the targets. And the trailer was almost as good as a target 3. But that's all she wrote. One and done. And a pretty straightforward crude oil session.